Have you ever seen an English word that looks just like a Spanish word and thought, perfect, I already know what it means? Well, not so fast. Welcome to the world of false friends. Words that look like they should mean the same thing in English and Spanish, but don't. In fact, they can lead to some awkward mistakes. So, why do these false friends exist? Well, English and Spanish are like distant cousins. They've borrowed a lot of words from the same places, but over time, those words have changed their meanings, and now they like to trip us up for fun. In this video, we'll uncover some of the most common false friends between English and Spanish. We'll clear up the confusion and make sure that you never accidentally say something you didn't mean to. This video is also accompanied by a PDF which contains some notes and some questions for you to practice. You can find the PDF in the description to this video. Okay, here's our first false friend. Spanish speakers might be tempted to use actual for something which is happening right now. But in English, actual has a completely different meaning. In English, it means real, genuine, or true. For example, this is not the actual Elizabeth Tower. This is the actual Elizabeth Tower. You thought that was Big Ben, didn't you? Well, you're wrong. Big Ben is in fact just the bell inside the tower. If you want to say that something is of this moment, the word you need to say is current, not actual. This is my old phone, and this is my current phone. So, use actual to say that something is real, genuine, or true, and use current to say that something is of this moment. Some Spanish speakers might think that you assist a class, a meeting, or a party. Don't be one of them. You attend a class, a meeting, or a party. In English, assist means help. So, if someone says, "Can you assist me?" they're asking for your help, not just for you to be there. Our next false friend is carpet. This is not a carpet, it's a folder. You can find a carpet on the floor. Okay, not on my floor, I have parquet flooring. This is a carpet. So remember that this is a folder and this is a carpet. I used to live in a house with a carpet in the bathroom. Here's the false friend you've all been waiting for. Constipated. This man has a blocked nose. He keeps sneezing. He's not very well. He has a cold. He is not constipated. He might be constipated. But in English, being constipated has absolutely nothing to do with your nose. If you're constipated, it means, well, let's just say you're having some troubles in the bathroom. If you go to the pharmacy and say that you're constipated, you will probably be given some laxatives. I told you I could do it without saying In English, a library is a place where you go to borrow books, study, or pretend to study. If you want to buy a book, you need to go to the bookstore or the bookshop. So remember, library, quiet, borrowing books, and the bookstore or the bookshop, spending money and owning books. I should take this back to the library. In English, if you're embarrassed, it means that you're feeling shy, awkward, or super uncomfortable about something that you did. But if you are expecting a baby, you're not embarrassed. You're pregnant. You might be embarrassed, but that would be a coincidence. So to sum up, if you're feeling shy, awkward, or uncomfortable, you're embarrassed. And if there's a small human growing inside of you, you're pregnant. It could get confusing if you mix them up. If you start talking about exits, I think of this. In English, Exit is the word for leaving, like an emergency exit or just walking out of a building. If you're celebrating your achievements, passing an exam, a promotion at work, or winning a competition, you should use the word success. So if you're at a job interview and you want to talk about your previous success, do not say, "I had a big exit." They'll think that you just dramatically left your job. This is a beautiful fabric. And this is a beautiful factory. Well, it's a factory. In English, fabric means material, like cotton, silk and wool, that you use to make clothes and curtains. A factory is a place where things are made, like clothes, cars or biscuits. Here's a false friend that you have to be really careful with. In English, molest is a really serious word. It means to harm someone in a disturbing or inappropriate way, like harassment or worse. Spanish speakers might confuse molest with bother. If your classmate is poking you with a pencil and being annoying, you might say, "Stop bothering me," not "Stop molesting me." This was the moment that Joe realised he had left his phone at home. If you realise something, you suddenly understand or become aware of something. If, on the other hand, you want to talk about making something happen, like completing a goal or a project, you might use carry out or achieve. In English, resume is a verb and it means to start again after stopping. It has nothing to do with a summary. Imagine you're watching a movie. You pause the film to go and get some popcorn, and when you come back you press play and you resume the movie. If you want to talk about giving the short version of something, use the verb summarize. Let's resume and go on to the next false friend. I consider myself to be a sensible person. I do sensible things. For example, when the rent's due tomorrow, I don't spend all of my money on a night out. In English, sensible means practical, reasonable, or showing good judgment. However, if you want to say that your brother cries at every sad movie and tears up when he sees cute puppies, the word you need is sensitive. If someone is sensitive, they feel emotions deeply. In English, sympathetic means understanding or compassionate. It can describe someone who understands your feelings, especially when you're going through a tough time. If you want to say that someone is nice and friendly, sympathetic probably isn't the word you're looking for. The word you're looking for is, nice and friendly. I'd like to introduce you to the new member of the team. This is awkward. He's already resigned. Introduce means to present someone to someone else, usually for the first time. However, if you put something into something else, such as a key in a lock or a card in a machine, the word you need to use is insert. So there you have it, 14 false friends that might prove tricky for Spanish speakers. Have you ever had problems using any of these? Share your experiences in the comments. And don't forget to download the PDF which accompanies this video.